So, another video, another day, and I'm gonna try to dispense with some knowledge that can help you guys out. So, as you may see, I am flipping a coin right now as I am walking. Okay, this is something that I had to train myself to do because I'm actually doing three things. I'm walking, I'm recording this, and I'm flipping the coin. But I trained myself to learn how to flip the coin. That took a while without dropping it. Then I started flipping it as I was walking, so I could kind of do two things at once. Get those both halves of my brain operating at the same time. And so there's a reason why I'm saying this, and it's the subject of this video, today's video, and it's about psychic warfare and the art of pushing. So I've kind of talked about pushing before, pushers, but it is a topic worth expanding upon. A pusher is an entity, an individual that can either be human or otherwise that can push its consciousness into that of another. Some are powerful enough to literally hijack your consciousness for certain periods of time. Others are actually they can push thoughts, ideas, scenarios, and feelings into your mind. Your mind is so important. You need to train it to be able to withstand and deal with certain attacks like that. One of the ways that I do that, so okay, there's the two different types of pushers that I've noticed. There's like your single pusher, and generally they have to be in your vicinity, kind of close to you to do what they do. Some are really powerful, they can actually do it from long distances, but generally they have to be close to you. Then there's like the group pushers, the ones that all kind of work in like a hive mind, they operate in a hive mind, and they kind of they're pushing, they're ganging up on you to push their impose their thoughts and their will onto you, right? You have to be vigilant with your own mind. You have to understand which thoughts are yours and which thoughts are not yours. Okay, that's very important. You can't just assume that everything is coming from you, because it's not. There are ways to deal with this. One of the ways is and normally, like if you get to the point where you kind of understand your own thoughts and how they flow, you can immediately hone in on one of those foreign thoughts and kind of eliminate it, or multiple thoughts and kind of get rid of them. But if you are in the vicinity of a pusher, there are steps you can take to protect yourself. One of those things is to imagine, like when you feel like you're being attacked mentally, like someone is trying to, and when you start to like really know your own mind and how your mind works and the processes of your own brain, you start to understand when something or someone is intruding. And when that happens, you need to put up defenses, like put up a wall. Imagine a wall, imagine a force field, imagine anything that is blocking your mind off from the rest of the world, or more importantly, from this individual or entity. However you want. It'll take a little while to kind of get to the point where you're comfortable with it. But when you get comfortable with creating this invisible wall or force field, you'll get to the point where you'll be kind of able to just conjure it at will whenever something like this happens. Okay. Another method is to throw them off by imagining static, like static in a television screen, the kind of blaring static, like snow. Imagine that, kind of try to clear your thoughts and just picture that and kind of force that into the forefront of your mind. One of the more easier ways to kind of get past a lot of this is to find a way to shut your mind down, okay? And I find that one of the easier ways to do that, methods to do that, is to find a method or an activity that enables you to go into an automatic kind of, what's the word for it? Autopilot type of mindset. So if they try, they're not getting anything. It's kind of going right through you. All right. And that's why I'm flipping the coin. You see, when I flip the coin, it enables me to clear my head, to empty my thoughts, to just clear my consciousness. And I can do it as I'm walking. I can do it anywhere. And if it gets to the point where I feel overwhelmed or I feel like I'm being ganged up on, I can just do this and it immediately clears my thoughts. Or I can just focus specifically on the coin. I focus on the weight of the coin, the size, the texture of the coin, how it moves when it's going through my fingers. I focus on, I see the coin, I imagine the coin as a kind of drifting along on a series of waves. And I put myself in that mindset, and they can't mess with me then. It's harder for them to do what they need to do. You get what I'm saying? They can trigger and instill fear or project just fearful scenarios. And so again, like, you need to be at a point where you can understand these outside attacks and defend against them. For the more advanced person who kind of has a hold, or a kind of has their own mental functions down, has their own the functionality of their own mind down, you can actually you can project your own thoughts, images, mental constructs, even thought forms sometimes at these beings or these people in order to get them to go away, kind of like an offensive mode. But that's kind of once you're comfortable with fending off attacks, going into like automatic defense mode, stuff like that. Because this is something that nobody ever talks about. We always talk about how we're being attacked. We always talk about how they're doing what they do, but there are few, if any, solutions for it. This is a battlefield. We're at war 24/7, but it's not in the overt way you would think of a war of being. It's hidden. It's quiet. It's of the mind. It's metaphysical methods, methodologies, spiritual, but more importantly, it has a lot to do with your mind, how your mind works, and how they can manipulate and exploit your mind. Remember, in Star Wars, they could do those gestures, the Jedi, the Force users, they could do those gestures on people to make them kind of do whatever they want. And in the first movie, Luke questions Obi-Wan after he does it to a stormtrooper, and he says the Force can sway, I'm paraphrasing, can sway the minds of the weak-willed. They kind of have to be kind of dumb or don't have a strong will of their own to sway them. And it's not that most people don't have a strong will of their own, it's the fact that they're completely oblivious to these tactics, to these methods as they're being employed on a populace, on multiple people. You get what I'm saying? So start working on that, really focusing on methods that you can clear your mind, that you can, and again, I'm walking, because if I wanted to, I could just kind of shut everything down and just focus on what I'm doing right now. I am walking, I'm flipping this coin, I'm recording, I'm holding a camera, I'm holding a phone. These are all things I'm doing at the exact same time. This all functions of my mind. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, just definitely look into it, practice it, and incorporate it into your life, things like that into your life. Am I missing anything? Singing, actually. Singing is a good method too. If you want to sing to yourself, If you feel that you're being psychically attacked or someone is trying to intrude into your consciousness, singing, especially like a song that you know the lyrics to, that you can kind of go through the lyrics and kind of ground yourself by going through those lyrics as you sing. And also imagine, as you do it, imagine the tune or the melody as a kind of a powerful frequency. It's also warding off negativity and danger and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna stop running my mouth, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Have a good one wherever you may be. Peace, folks.